Hello everyone, welcome to the second day of JEE Main 2025. Today we are going to analyze Jan 23 Shift 1 paper. So we just released now. So let's analyze these questions and let's see how easy those questions are. So people who are going to write test for the upcoming test, very all the best to you. You're going to rock because these questions are very easy. Okay, so first question, which is which of the following react with Hinsberg reagent? So we know that Hinsberg reagent is for primary and secondary amines. They do not react with tertiary amines, is it? So let's see the options. N, N dimethyl aniline. Okay, so N, N dimethyl aniline. What kind of amine is this? And what about C6H5, NH, C6H5 and aniline? So among this is tertiary amine and this is secondary, this is primary and this is also primary, is it? So which makes the answer to this question, that is N, N dimethyl aniline. So second question, which of the following the most stable carbanion is? Okay, so first, whenever you are seeing a question like most stable one or least stable one, you have to first check for aromaticity. If that is an aromatic compound, then that would be a cakewalk to you. Just check for aromaticity. Only 2 electrons. What about this? 6 electrons and 4 electrons. If you are considering the outer electrons as well, then here just I can't say how many electrons, 2 electrons only. So which makes the Huckel's rule 4n plus 2 pi electrons, and then it is a planar, cyclic, and which shows that is aromatic. So the answer to this question is option 2. And the next question, that is determine the molecular weight of the product A. So the product to this reaction they are asking. The reaction is very simple. It is very similar to the question of the first shift we already discussed yesterday's first shift. The first reagent, that is FeBr2, the second reagent tin HCl, the third reagent, that is NaNO2 HCl. By seeing this thing, you might have understood diazotation or diazonium salt formation is coming into picture. Okay, the last reagent, that is H3PO2, the special reagent, isn't it? So what would be the product A? So let's see. If I am talking about the reaction, so it goes like this. So from here, FeBr2, bromination must happen. So bromination is happening. I am having CH3 and NH2. But here you need not to worry about where Br should be placed, because you can place it anywhere. Ortho or para positions doesn't make any difference in molecular weight. So the correct answer anyway, that is placing it to ortho to CH2 because of minus I and minus M effect of NO2. And the second reaction, that is a reduction using tin HCl, so which makes nitro group 2 amine, so which becomes NH2 and remaining groups stays as such. And followed by this NaNO2 HCl. So that is a diazotation, so which makes the product as N2Cl. Then finally I'm having H3PO2. What is that reagent? It makes, if I'm having benzene diazonium salt, it's just converting into benzene, isn't it? So instead of N2Cl, it is just substituting hydrogen. So CH3 is in the same place, Br is in the same place. So what is the molecular weight of this product? So you just need to calculate the molecular weight by calculating weight of carbon, hydrogen and Br over here. So you will be getting 171 as your answer. Then, which of the following element does not lie on the same period? So this is an interesting question. You can see straightforward, very easy. What you can observe is osmium, iridium, platinum are on the fifth group except the palladium, which is in the different group. So which makes palladium as the right answer. Which of the following complexes show facial and meridional isomerism? This is very easy, isn't it? So the complex which exhibits A3B3 kind of ligands with the metal, that exhibits facial and meridional isomerism. So among this, which is true? That is none other than option B. Then the next question, which of the following pairs of ions are same colored? There is a table in NCERT, so which gives the colors of the ions. So if they are asking about which color or coloring something, so first you look for the copper. Okay, so if copper is there, that must be colored. So here they are making it much more trickier for asking same color. So which clearly states that option B, that is Cr2 2 plus, chromium 2 plus and copper 2 plus. See this question, if 10 to the power 21 molecules are removed from X milligram of CO2, then 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles are left. Calculate the value of X. So that is the question asked. So how to solve this kind of question? Very simple, is it? So X grams of CO2, X milligrams. So I'm taking it as X into 10 to the power 3 grams of CO2, that is 44, that would be the molecular weight that is there, and 10 to the power 21 molecules are removed, divided by our Avogadro number, since we are talking about the molecules. So then 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles are left, right? So just do the calculation, you will be ended up with X is equal to 179. So don't round off it to 180 and all, 179 needs to be the right answer. Identify the product formed in this reaction. So what is that reaction? It is very simple. So CH3, CH2, CHO plus HCHO. Whenever you studied about aldol condensation, I'm sure your teachers must have mentioned this was the kind of a reaction which was asked in JEE Main 2014. The similar question asked over here. Okay. So here they just mentioned formaldehyde excess. That plays a very huge role. Okay. So the first step is cross-aldol condensation. So which gives the product? It will be attacking the alpha carbon, alpha hydrogen, right? So each of those alpha hydrogens will get changed to CH2OH, CH2OH and CHO. That is the step for first reaction, but it is for undergoing excess amount of formaldehyde and in the presence of basic medium, and then reflux also there. So which makes the second step Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro, which doesn't need any alpha hydrogens. So what will happen in Cannizzaro? We talked about it a lot, right? It undergoes disproportionation kind of thing. So it will give CH3, CH2OH and CHO will get reduced to CH2OH, and another CH2OH will be there. It will be treated with formaldehyde. So the salt of the same acid will be produced. So leave about the acid part. Just they are asking to pick the correct answer as 3 alcohol group containing answer. Then the next question, incorrect statement among the following is. Very simple question, isn't it? SO2 act as an oxidizing agent but not reducing agent. It do act as a reducing agent because it is having a +4 oxidation state. Here it can get reduced, it get oxidized so that it can act as a reducing agent. So it is an incorrect statement. And talking about NO2 exists as a dimer, yes, that is true. It can form N2O4. That is a correct statement. PF5 exists but not NF5. That is also true. We know already why. It is not having any d orbitals in nitrogen. Similarly, PH3 has lower proton affinity than NH3. Phosphorus, which is having 3d orbitals, and nitrogen, which is not. So this is also true, which makes option A as a answer to this question. And the next question, that is, consider the following. FeO4 2-, that is giving us Fe3+, that gives Fe2+, and that is giving FeO, right? So they are asking us to find E0 of FeO4 2- is getting converted to Fe2+, is it? So the very simple formula you can use, that is N1E1 plus N2E2, that is giving us N1 plus N2. Okay, so you can just substitute the values over here. How many electrons? That is equal to 3 electrons, is it? For converting this part. And then number of E value, that is 2.0 plus N2, that is only 1 electron. Fe3+ to Fe2+, only 1 electrons are involved. And the value of E2, that is 0.8. So N1 plus N2, which turns to be 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So which makes the answer 6 plus 0.8 divided by 4. And you are getting 1.7 as the answer. They are asking us to round off the integer. So which makes the answer 2. Let's say this question, which is asking about considering the given values, delta H, okay, delta S, that is also given, temperature in degrees Celsius is given. So to find the Gibbs free energy delta G, very simple equation we have to use, that is delta G, which is equal to delta H minus T delta S. That's it. So just substitute the values. 55 minus the temperature 25 degrees Celsius, converting that to Kelvin 298 into delta S, that is 175. So which will gives us, okay, so one thing you have to consider the values, the units. Delta H is given in kilojoules. So I'm just going to multiply it into 1000. So and then you'll be ended up with the value 55,000 minus 52,150, which gives us 232,850 as your answer. Then the next question, estimation of sulfur by Carrier's method. 160 grams of organic compound gives 466 grams of barium sulfate. Percentage of sulfur in the organic compound is. So barium sulfate they are mentioning. So what is the molecular mass of barium sulfate? Which is 233. Is it? So finding out the moles of barium sulfate out of 466 grams divided by very simple division, guys, 2. And for sulfur mass, how many sulfurs are there in how many sulfurs are there in one molecule of barium? That is only one sulfur, and moles of sulfur is also 2. So the mass of sulfur becomes, moles is equal to mass by molecular mass or atomic mass. So mass we want means moles into atomic mass. So moles, 2 moles, atomic mass of sulfur, that is 32, which makes the answer 64. And they are asking for percentage of sulfur. So what we have to do, 64 is there in 160 grams of the organic compound. So cancel will get cancelled over here. 16 and 64, 4. So the answer becomes 40%. So answer to this question is 40%. Then the next question, asking about, consider the following sequence of the reaction and find the molecular mass of the final product formed. So which is the same question, you just can ignore it. And this question, match the column 1 with column 2 and choose the correct option. This kind of question you just need to check the confirmed ones where you are pakka clear. So here you can see odd electron species, expanded octet, complete octet and electron deficient. So I already told you about the electron deficient one. I would like to go with that one. Boron, that is having a vacant orbital, that makes it electron deficient. So BF3, that is A24. So here I am having 2 options for the same thing. Let's check one more thing, that is complete octet, which is none other than CCl4 and CO2, which makes B23. So which makes option C is the correct answer to this question. Once you are done with the short ones, you can go about and recheck the unshared also, because you are having doubt in that, but once you have cleared, you can clear it that. right? PCl5 and BrF5. So which is an expanded octet, and NO, that is having an odd electron species. That is also true. And this question asked about the column 1 and 2. Once again, these are the named reaction. We have did a entire named reaction revision, isn't it? So it is just a cakewalk to us. So just do it. Sand-Meyer reaction, which involves diazonium salt. So only one thing is there. So P4B. Then fitting, you can write it as B to P as well. Okay. Then you can go with A, that is sodium with dry ether. That is none other than fitting reaction. So which makes A to Q. Then the third one also uses sodium with dry ether, and one is aromatic or another one is aliphatic. Last time also we solved this type of question. That is none other than Woods fitting reaction. Is it? Woods is for aliphatic and fitting is for aromatic. So C to R. And finally D, that is a Schwarz reaction. That is very simple and very easy question. So hope you guys are lucky whoever attend this shift. Okay. CO2 plus is forming an octahedral complex with spin only magnetic moment, that is 3.83 Bohr magnetron. Which of the following electronic configuration is right? Okay. So the options to this question are T2G and EG2. B option is T2G6, EG1, and C T2G4, EG3, and finally the D option is E4, T23. Okay, they are talking about octahedral, so it needs to be G. So gerate must be there. So obviously it is not option D. So what about A, B and C? Okay, it is cobalt 2 plus. Is it? So cobalt 2 plus, which makes after argon 3D7 4s0. So 7 electrons must be there. So 7 electrons means T2G and EG. They are saying the Bohr magneton, that is 3.83. So which makes the number of unpaired electrons N is 3. So we'll be using the equation of N into N plus 2, the square root. Just you can go with the number before the decimal point. Okay, mostly that will be the number of unpaired electrons we'll get. So 7. So number of unpaired electron needs to be 3. So which makes this kind of arrangement? Is it? So what if that is having a strong field electron? Then it will pair up like this. All 6 will be filled and then 7 will goes there. So which makes only one unpaired electron. So this is a perfect configuration for the Bohr magnetic moment 3.83. So that is T2G5 EG2, which makes option A is the right answer to this question. Then The next question, given below are two statements during the Lessons test. Covalent compound is converted to ionic compound. Is it true or not? And statement 2, that is asking about the coordination complex, this gives a Persian blue color when it is reacting with Fe2SO4 thrice. Yes, in the statement 1 they are saying about covalent compound is converted to ionic compound. That is very true. We already discussed about that. Na2S is there, NaCN is there in the Lessons test for test for halogens. And then the statement 2 is also true. When it is reaction with this, it will give you the complex of Fe4, FeCN6 3 times. So that is Prussian blue in color. So which makes both statement 1 and 2 are correct. That's it, guys. So we just covered the memory based question of January 22-23 shift 1. If you are having any doubt in any questions what you have attended, please do let me know. We will solve that question. Okay. So all the best for you guys for the next shift. Best of luck.